Hi everyone, I'm Guillermo. I'm super happy to be here. Thanks everyone for joining and for the invite. Let me see if this works. Okay, let's go. I'm the founder of El Dorado. For those who don't know El Dorado or haven't heard of El Dorado before, El Dorado is a stablecoin powered super app for Latin America. We started with the idea of building stablecoin peer-to-peer marketplace, pretty inspired in my early days as a local Bitcoins Paxful trader. I'm originally from Venezuela. I've experienced hyperinflation in first person for many years. I'm a Venezuelan migrant myself. I'm among one of the 7 million Venezuelans who live abroad and have to experience all these issues with the currency controls, sending money back home, scarcity of US dollars, and those are all things that inspired us to build El Dorado. My introduction, they already share a little bit of some of the details. So I'll jump right into the presentation. So today I really want to highlight the importance of peer-to-peer markets in Latin America and the importance of having peer-to-peer infrastructure for on and off ramps. Starting with the main problem. The main problem that we have on our region is that we have over 80 or 100 payment methods that are completely fragmented. Every financial ecosystem is isolated from each other. So if you have money on your bank account in Colombia, it is almost impossible to send money to a bank account in Argentina, and then to a bank account in Brazil, and then to a bank account in the US. You need to use multiple intermediaries, and it's costly. The average cost of our remittance for LATAM is about 6%. So many people are suffering from this issue. On the other side of the spectrum, Latin America is actually leading when it comes to real-time payment systems. I don't know if you've heard of Pix in Brazil, but Pix has become one of the dominant payment methods in Brazil, and it's been an example for the whole world in terms of financial inclusion and real-time payment solutions. It was a system developed by the Brazilian Central Bank in 2020, and today is moving more than $3 trillion per year. So pretty much a big portion of the Brazilian economy is moving through these real-time payment systems. And the reason why this is important is because we need these real-time payment solutions, but we also need these solutions to be interoperable with other solutions across LATAM. And that's precisely what we're building at El Dorado with some of our rails. So we leverage stablecoin liquidity, USDT liquidity in particular, in many of these LATAM countries. And this allows us to easily swap between payment method balances from one currency and one country to the other. Our average fees are between 0.5 and 1%. It's a significant improvement compared to the 6% average remittance fees. Essentially, one of the most important things as well about peer-to-peer markets is that they allow for price discovery, especially in some countries like Venezuela, Bolivia, or Argentina, where you have some currency limitations or you have some caps at the time of purchasing US dollars. So we enable these kind of free markets where people can go and buy and sell and post ads for buying and selling USDT and USDC with all these different local payment methods. So in that way, we enable cash-ins and cash-outs all over the region. We have presence in 13 LATAM countries. And this is very exciting because it really allows people to move money seamlessly in a way that wasn't possible before. And one of the things that we recently announced was also an integration with Bridge that allows every Latin American to create a US dollar bank account on their name, which is something that is probably one of the most significant fintech innovations over the past decade. I was privileged to grow in a family, in a Venezuelan family that taught me how important it was to have savings in US dollars, and they opened a US dollar bank account for me when I was 18 years old. And I was in a very, very privileged position. But today, with some of these technologies, you can actually open a bank account in the US on your name for free with no maintenance cost, and basically be able to top up this account with over 70 plus local payment methods. This is enabling a new wave of innovation in terms of how people find jobs. We are seeing more and more freelancers and entrepreneurs find jobs in the US and Europe and be able to receive those payments locally in Latin America. So I think that's pretty exciting, and that's opening up a whole new possibilities for entrepreneurs, for freelancers, for remote workers, and so on. So El Dorado was a financial platform that was born in Latin America. It was born thanks to my experience in local Bitcoins. And one of the most exciting things about peer-to-peer infrastructure is that we also, these infrastructures also work thanks to thousands of individual liquidity providers. These individual liquidity providers, before, they used to operate informally on WhatsApp groups, on Telegram groups, and so on. But now they are able to operate seamlessly on a more formalized marketplace. And they are also able to earn money by doing very simple buy and sell arbitrage operations. So we are innovating in the way people actually earn money. So there are more than 5,000 individuals that earn money thanks to providing liquidity on these peer-to-peer markets. These are mostly young people, young Venezuelans, young Colombians, young Argentinians that they were probably involved in the Forex business before, or for people here in Argentina, the cuevas, and today they are providing liquidity to marketplaces like El Dorado. So I think that's also a very exciting and unique characteristic of peer-to-peer marketplaces. So and the next step for these peer-to-peer marketplaces is to abstract all the liquidity and market making aspects of these markets, so we can enable a true, we're calling it like a fiat to fiat experience, but it's a horrible name for a crypto product. And what essentially it does is that it allows you to move money directly from your Colombian pesos to Brazilian reais or to US dollars without even knowing that there's stablecoin liquidity and market making activity behind the scenes. So I think that's also pretty important. And we're able to do this in a self-custodial and decentralized fashion, which is also very important for many of us, and to become as resilient as possible with some of these infrastructures. And finally, one of the things that I want to highlight is that we are finally in the point that we are seeing innovation in the neo-banking on-chain space. There's plenty of people chatting about this new trend, and we've been discussing this for the past few years, but we're finally getting to the point where you can have a self-custodial wallet with account abstraction, gas abstraction, decentralized on and off ramps, a card attached to this self-custodial wallet, a virtual dollar account, a virtual euro account, and international transfers as well. So we're getting pretty close to a full neo-banking on-chain experience. And I'm very, very excited to see where that will lead us. I believe that the next Nubanks of Latin America will be completely on-chain. Nubank is the biggest fintech, one of the biggest fintechs, and by far the biggest neobank in the world. But Nubank only operates in about 3 or 4 countries, and we're building solutions that will be able to serve millions of people in emerging markets that will also help us bring financial inclusion to millions of people in these emerging economies, and that will also translate in an acceleration of the GDP growth in many of our nations. So that's one of the things that inspire us at El Dorado. And finally, and not least, this like US dollar products and these upcoming like euro cards and neobanking products will be able to help us bring this super app, this stablecoin super app vision to the masses in a decentralized and resilient fashion. And my final message is that we need to build infrastructure and we need to build solutions that are resilient enough so that what happened in Venezuela, in Argentina, in Bolivia, in Kenya, and in many other countries in the world with hyperinflation doesn't repeat again, thanks to the work of many innovators that are sharing this space. So thank you very much for joining us today, and glad to talk to you afterwards. Thank you.